So, what's going on?
Not much. How are you?
I'm doing great. How's work?
It was good. A little messy yesterday, but it was good.
So you had a couple days off?
Just one.
Just one?
Well, I was off Tuesday, and then I'm off today. But,
Oh, okay. Yeah, so we're doing this podcast on Thursday, by the way.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So, got a new manager, huh?
Yeah. She started on Monday.
That's good. So, I got the same manager. Great, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And I had Tuesday off, and yesterday I worked. And then today I'm here at your house after probably about 2 hours of setup.
2.5.
2.5 hours. Trying to get anything we could to get things going.
And working
properly. But anyway, let's get this thing started. What do you say?
I say let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. This is the Iron Pony Podcast. This is Chris.
This is Tracy.
All right. And this is podcast number 5.
Episode 5, yeah.
Season number 1. Hopefully we'll have another season after this.
Yeah, I think we will.
Yeah. And we're going to talk about a few things.
Yep. We got a lot to talk about.
It's Reds opening day.
Reds opening day.
Yeah.
They play at 4 o'clock this afternoon.
Oh, my gosh. So, are you a big Reds fan?
I'm a huge Reds fan.
Are you? Okay. So, when did they win the World Series?
1990 was their last World Series win.
Oh, yeah? Who was the coach?
Lou Piniella.
Luke? Wow. He is a fan.
Yeah. You can't trick me up on this stuff.
How many Reds games have you been to?
In my lifetime?
Yeah.
Oh, probably 50. I don't know.
50?
Yeah.
I probably, on one hand, I could probably count how many times I've been to the Reds.
There was one season where I went to like 15 games just in one season.
Well, we might have to actually go to a game.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, so you're paying, right?
We'll see if we can get discount tickets.
I'm paid for a lot of this stuff, and I think you could just pay for a
Yeah,
damn
we'll see.
ticket.
Well, come like June or July when they're like in last place or next to last place, we can get tickets real cheap. We can maybe go then.
Well, they're actually supposedly going to do pretty good this year.
I always have high hopes in April.
Yeah, I mean, it's always at the beginning.
It is.
Yeah,
It's always,
and then they lose 15 games.
Yeah, it's those streaks where they lose 10 in a row that kill them every year.
So who are they playing today?
They're playing Washington.
Washington.
So I don't think they're supposed to be that great either. So we'll see.
You know what's great about Cincinnati Reds is actually they haven't changed any cities. You know, I used to be a big Padres fan.
Yeah,
when I was in high school.
Yeah, now they changed.
Yeah, they've been. I mean, it's a team, I guess. You just got to follow the team, whatever city they went to.
Well, they're still in San Diego, right? They've always been in San Diego.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
I don't think they've moved.
You don't think they moved?
I don't think so.
No.
I think Oakland's getting ready to move out of Oakland and go to Las Vegas. I think is one of the things going on.
Yeah, they do move a lot. Some of these teams, and tell you the truth, when I was in high school, that's what I played. I played like freshman football, and then I played baseball for high school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then I was a big fan of the Reds then, and also the Padres. Because my little league team was the Padres.
Oh, so it just kind of naturally drew you to them.
Yeah. And it was a good experience. I mean, I had some good coaches. They taught me a lot, and that's about it on my high school. Did you play baseball?
I did not play baseball in high school. I played basketball in high school.
Wow.
Yeah, I played for 4 years.
Well, it is opening day, and what time's that game?
4 o'clock. 4:10. I think 4:10's first pitch.
Wow. Hopefully they win, and maybe we can go down there and sneak in.
Yeah. Today?
Yeah, just ride the motorcycles right through the front door.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think they'll stop us.
I think they would.
I got my new vest on. They think I'm part of a motorcycle gang.
They'd probably arrest both of us instantly.
All right. So anyway, what else is going on? How was your work week?
It's not too bad. A little busy yesterday. We had double truck, so that's always a busy day.
Yeah.
And then, how's your new job, new place?
Well, I've been there for 5 weeks. It's not too new anymore, but we're doing great.
Has it been 5 weeks already?
Yes, it has.
Man, it flies by. It feels like it was just like a couple weeks ago.
I know, but I mean, everybody has been nice, and we're just moving forward, man.
Well,
we're like a what do you call it? A old classic car with a 457. I don't know. I don't know. And then we just purr like crazy, and then we want to go somewhere, we go. Yeah, we burn the gas. We burn the gas, man. Yeah,
well, I'm glad you're liking it, man.
It's a great store. I mean, great people. But anyway, so what did you recently get?
So I just purchased a new GoPro 12.
Oh, wow.
And I did a test video this morning with it. Actually, I like it. Turned out really good.
So how far did you go?
Just around the block. It was actually only like 30 degrees out, so I didn't go far. I just kind of wanted to test it out. And I got a new microphone also installed in my helmet, so I wanted to see how that worked out, and turned out pretty good.
Do you have your helmet?
I do, actually.
Yeah, you want to go get it?
Yeah, sure.
So Tracy's got, I don't know, 16 helmets or something like that. I mean, he's got a lot of helmets, And he's got one that's damaged from his wife that she no longer can use, but it is a collector's item now because it's got all kinds of scratches and stuff like that when she had her little accident. But she's okay, and one of these days she's going to be able to put a helmet on again, right?
I don't think she will.
You don't think she will? She don't like motorcycles anymore?
Her doctor told her that she can't do anything that could cause any bone breakage.
Okay.
So that's a whole new story there.
Wow. Okay, so here's Tracy's helmet. It's a JC, right?
HJC, yep. And I also had the brake free installed on the back.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely something that...
Does it come on?
I can turn it on.
Turn that sucker on. I always tell me put it on crooked.
So it really does a good job. It's just loading up there. And then you can see when I stop, it just... Right there immediately it kicks on.
Wow. So
I really, really love how that works. You can get that for $169. They actually launched their business on Shark Tank. And it's an awesome product.
Not a sponsor.
No, we're not a sponsor of that. And then I got this mount on Amazon for the front to where the GoPro goes.
That looks pretty nice.
So
you can put it a little closer to the...
So it worked out pretty good.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
And then over here I have the Cardo set up that Chris talked me into getting.
Yeah.
So that we could connect a lot easier.
Exactly.
And then underneath, I don't think you can really ever see it, but I put the microphone in here, and here's the cord that goes into the GoPro right here.
And what mic brand was that?
It's a purple...
Monkey or something?
Purple something.
Yeah.
It was on Amazon.
Purple Gorilla.
But it works great. I mean, it really... And when we play the video here in a minute, you'll see that it turned out pretty nice.
Yeah. So let's do that. Let's play that video. Let's play that beautiful footage. Yes, it does.
Now, originally I had the GoPro 7, and I did a test video with that, and I posted that on YouTube, and the quality was nowhere near as nice as what this looks like. So,
and to be honest with you, I don't know the sounds coming through the HDMI, and I'm hoping it is.
Right.
But we're going to continue talking here, so that way it's not silence.
Right, just in case. This is obviously I'm just learning how to use this camera, so all this is new to me. So, but yeah, the quality is good, and obviously you can see that the way I have it mounted here, it's facing down too much. So I'm going to make an adjustment on my next one to tilt it up a little higher so that you can see more out in front of me instead of right at the bottom of the bike.
Yeah, exactly. Because I don't really.
Nobody wants to see the speedometer and the phone. They want to see what's out in front. So, so when I look up there, you can see a little bit. But if I tilt that, it'll be much better. So that's a learning curve.
Or if you had a Instant 360 X3, you wouldn't have to worry about that.
I wouldn't have to worry about it do it all.
No, well, you just move your mouse up and down, and it'll move the camera.
Auto does it. That is a nice, awesome feature. I'm gonna have to look into those.
And look at the nice yards. People cutting. They got a little crisscross already.
Yeah.
And this spring.
Yep.
Wow. And that's what we're going to talk about next week. A little hint, and we'll talk about later. But people cutting their grasses.
Right.
Well, that's it, man. That's it, huh? That's all you did was just go around the block?
That is literally all I did. It was just a quick test. I actually did it 3 times. That's just one recording. I recorded like 2 or 3 different sessions of it. But
yeah. Well, I like GoPro. I mean, it has good quality. But the problem is I don't like they got to do something with the how the connections are. I mean, you put the mod mic on there or the mod for the thing. You got these two little lip things that comes down, and you gotta close them. You gotta slide it out. Anytime you gotta change something.
Well, I think that's all just to keep it waterproof. I believe is the reason why that's designed like that. I think.
And their competition, they have quick connects.
Yeah. That's a huge factor.
They need to figure it out.
Maybe the GoPro 13 will.
Yeah. But it just seems like the camera really hasn't really changed over time. I'm pretty sure. I'm not trying to dog the camera. But they say there's still some heat issues, overheating a little bit. But as long as you're going down the road,
it's going
to have airflow. It's not going to have that problem.
Yeah.
But if you were going to use it for like a blogging camera or something like that, it could overheat inside the basement.
Which I haven't even tested enough to figure that out yet. So,
yeah. But anyway, it's a good camera. I mean, I'm thinking about getting one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, I've seen your footage, and you had a video from the GoPro 7, didn't you? But
I don't know if it's saved on here or not.
Yeah,
but
we'll look at that next week.
We'll try that next
so
week.
your first rides impressions?
I like it a lot. Way better compared to the first video that I made with the GoPro 7, which is kind of nice that I was able to do a comparison video there, but we'll have to show that next week, yeah.
And then I didn't get anything new other than the power adapter for the camera. And right now, this is everything that we're going to use for a few weeks.
Right.
Unless we start getting a lot of subscribers. Subscribe, like, share. All right. And then I do have a Facebook group. I haven't announced it yet that we're going to, people can join.
Okay.
And then that way they can see our events. If we're going to go to like a motorcycle event near us, that you can,
It'll automatically send out notifications to everybody.
Yep.
That's cool.
Or the videos when we upload them.
Right.
Yeah. So this video should come out 5 a.m. That's what my target is every Friday.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are like, "Why is it 5 o'clock in the morning?" Oh, I should have turned my phone off. But anyway,
you're making lots of bloopers today.
Yeah, lots of bloopers. But I looked and searched. They said it's like the best time. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. That way, it's like a premiere and everybody's ready.
Yeah, I saw that on last week's, and that did come up premiere when it came out. So that's pretty cool.
And then it's released at 5 a.m. and then you can listen to it on Spotify because it'll be on Spotify. If you're driving, you won't be able to see the video, but there is actually video on Spotify.
Yeah, there is.
And it's the same exact one that we got right now.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so this thing, I got 2 cameras set up.
Right.
And it actually records all the cameras at the same time in different videos. So I can actually, do this without the software.
Right.
I mean, with the software.
Right.
When I go to the computer, or I can just do it manually with this trigger.
It's
here.
pretty nice. That's a great
it's pretty
setup.
nice. All right, so I am going to talk about a few things also this week, and one of them is riding preparation to. If you're going to go into a long ride, a road trip,
A
basically.
distance ride, yeah.
And what to check on your motorcycle. And we'll do that here in a second. But have you ever been on a long ride?
The longest ride I've done was when we went to Rabbit Hash and back, which was about 40 miles round trip, I think.
Wow, you are a virgin.
40 or 50 miles round trip.
Yeah. You need
Well, for
to.
long trips, yes. That's, yeah.
You have 6 motorcycles.
I have 3. Okay. I used to have 6.
And you have only went 45 miles.
At one time. At one time.
As the longest ride.
No,
So-
I've got thousands of miles logged in.
Well,
total.
you have thousands of miles, but I'm talking about the longest
The
ride.
longest ride was about 45 miles each way.
So are you thinking ever doing like a long trip?
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
You're like the little Nashville one?
Yeah, I definitely want to do that.
We're
one,
going to
yeah.
break the record.
We're
that
going to break
day.
the record. What's that, about 100 miles from here?
It's probably 80 one way, I think.
So it'll be double what I did the first time.
160.
Yeah.
That's going to be good for you.
It'll be good.
Yeah. And then we have a meeting coming up pretty soon, and you're going to show up this time?
I am going to show up this time. What is the date?
April 17th.
I'm going to send it to my wife today so that we don't forget.
My wife's birthday.
April 17th. Oh, that's right. And then you're supposed to buy her dinner or something.
So
aren't they?
what exactly happened last week?
Last week, I completely forgot.
Yeah, so the day before we did the podcast, and he's on there saying, yeah, I'm definitely going. Just remind me. I'm thinking,
you're gonna make
why
me
do I
feel-
need to remind you in 24 hours?
Because I forget. You're going to make me feel bad again, huh?
No, I'm not going to make you feel bad. I'm just, proving a point.
Well, see, what happens is my son gets out of school. I got to go pick him up. And then by the time I come back here, we do dinner. Next thing you know, it's like, I wasn't supposed to do dinner. We were supposed to go out to dinner, and I forgot. And I never told Jill about it, so she didn't even know anything about it.
Oh, wow. So you need to
That was my
communicate
first
better.
mistake, yeah. We should have told Jill, and then we would have got reminded.
Communication with your wife
Is
not
huge,
good.
yeah.
Yeah, she's the one, approves
But
everything
then
you do.
I will say that I did tell you in the video, if you watch the video from last week's episode, I did say, make sure you remind me, and don't remind me the minute it starts. You called me at 6:27 and it started at 6:30. Just saying.
Well, I mean, come on, you could have.
I should have remembered.
Yeah,
It's bad. I forgot.
12 hours difference.
I know. I should have remembered.
If it's important to you,
It's important. It was
then
important.
it would be you'll be able to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So let me see how I get my computer up here, and then we'll go. And this is a video that I'm actually going to release separately, but it's also going to be included in this podcast. So I'll release it sometime this weekend, and that way it doesn't interfere with the views for the podcast we got going on. So, but anyway, this is the video that I want to do, and hopefully the sound comes over, and it should because the way I got this hooked up. So, this is Chris from Iron Pony Life. And if you ever wanted to go on a road trip or a long ride, I want to give you some tips to make you safe, hopefully. All right, so first thing you want to do is you want to make sure your tire pressure is good. That's very important. You want to check that. You want to check your brake pads, make sure they're in good shape. You want to make sure there's nothing leaking from the forks. And you also want to make sure you have a lot of tread on your tires too. There's no holes or any leaking. I think I forgot about that. Something might have kicked up in there like a rock or something. Speaking of that, all right, so I have a friend.
Yeah.
I'm going to mention his name is Kevin. Hey, Kevin, how you doing? And he listens to the podcast.
Oh, that's cool.
And he's he's somewhere up there, northern Indiana.
Okay.
Okay. And he has an Indian Challenger also. And I don't want to really downplay. It has a radiator leak. And it's a 2023.
Oh man.
Yes. And then he texts me and said, "Hey, listen, do you have anything about this?" Or he showed me pictures of it. And I searched through the forums, and there seems to be a few
like a common. This is becoming a common problem.
Yeah, and actually, the picture that he sent me is almost identical to the ones in the forum.
So so there's an error there. Something.
So it's the upper part of the radiator. There's like a weld or something. This is not
just not holding up.
It's not holding up with the pressure. And then he took it out for a ride. He came home, went in the garage, and then there's a pedal of antifreeze.
That is not good.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Now, is there any recalls listed yet for it, or is it just not enough yet to get that?
I don't think so.
Not yet.
And it might be just a few. It might not be that many, but I've been looking at mine now.
I would say anything over 1 or 2 is too many, and it should be recalled. Because that's a
well,
big
the one
deal.
that was in the forums was a 2022.
Okay.
So we're talking about many years, many motorcycles built. So, actually, I'm sorry, a 2020. It was a 2020.
Oh, so it's 3 years older.
Yeah. But
that's even worse because if you get to 2023 and you have that issue, it should have already been resolved.
Well, there's going to be issues
what I mean?
with motorcycles.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah.
Just like your Royal Enfield. I mean, they made 60,000 of them.
Correct.
There's going to be 2 of them that are going to have head gasket problems.
Or something. There'll be something.
2 of them's going to have, just like the Indians.
Well, they have, I guess, what they call an error rate.
Yeah.
That they know that they're going to have an error rate, yeah.
Yeah, let's continue this video. You want to check the other side, make sure everything's good. You want to check the linkages, make sure everything's good there. Now, if you're close to being ready for an oil change, make sure you do that. Don't go on a long trip without doing your oil change. If not, check your fluids, make sure they're good. On the saddlebag, speaking of that, I'm getting like 1,000 miles to my next oil change. And I got to do some road trips this year. So the way the engine is designed, the oil is in the transmission and in the motor. Right. So it's all one. So it is best that you do get that changed. Yeah, because
especially before you go on a long ride. Yeah.
Yeah, and this will be the second oil change it's ever had.
Okay.
So the first one was the break-in one.
The break-in one.
And then this is the first one, the real one.
So when you went on your ride down to Bowling Green and back, you didn't change it again, or you?
No. I mean, it's 7,000 miles, I think it is, or 5,000.
Okay, yeah. So okay.
And I got 41 or 4,700 miles on my motorcycle.
Okay.
From last year. So you want to make sure the hinges and the locks are all working. In some places, you can actually buy a liner in there with some handles. You can take that luggage to the hotel room. Now, I've seen a lot of people that did this, and this is probably the perfect thing. If you're going to stay in a hotel or camping or something like that, don't leave your valuables inside these.
No, I wouldn't. No, absolutely
Don't
not.
leave anything.
I wouldn't.
And the best thing, you get that liner. It's like a suitcase.
Right.
It fits perfectly in
And
there.
it just pops right out. Yeah,
and
that's
just
what
take
you
it into
need,
your
yeah.
room.
Yeah,
You know?
I agree.
So that's a
safety?
good suggestion.
You want to make sure your lights are working, turn signal's working. You also want to check your belt and your chain. Make sure there's no slop in there. You don't want to have a loose chain and it pop off on you going to high speeds.
Now I've heard some of these stories, horror stories, with like a chain. The belt's a little bit different, and it could probably happen there too. But sometimes when these chains pop off, they come up and hit your leg,
Oh yeah, that wouldn't be good.
and then like it could tear your leg off.
Huh.
So you want to make sure your chain is in good
I've
shape.
not heard of any of that happening.
I have. I mean, there's some stories on.
Yeah.
I mean,
Very dangerous.
Are those
Once
bikes that
again-
don't have chain guards?
make sure
they're probably
your
older. I mean, you
Yeah.
got some of these
hinges on
Harleys, you
your-
know,
Yeah.
that they
Side
don't.
bags are working. The locks are working on both sides. You want to make sure you take some tools. I got some air pressure and some tools there. Extra set of glasses. Actually, these are gloves. Extra set of glasses. All right.
Now I would leave
Over
them
here, I almost
in there.
forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
'cause
just your
you wanna make
important
sure you
stuff
have
you
it-
would take in.
Air compressor that is charged.
Yeah, I want to get one of
They
those.
can do you
Those are
no good
nice.
if it
I
ain't.
seen you use that. That was pretty cool.
Also, you want a tire repair kit in case it's a quick and easy repair. And then you want to make sure you have some rain gear because you never know when it's raining or when it's going to rain. All
See,
right.
now you're making me want to
Now
get
on this side over
saddlebags for
here.
my bike.
You
Ace
need to
is
get
really
some.
nothing
I know.
other just make sure you're got no leaks on your brakes. And then you want to check your console, make sure there's no errors there. If they are, get them checked out and get them cleared. You want to run your motorcycle and see if there's any strange noises.
Listen to that thing.
It does sound good. Sounds real good.
And the good thing is, well, the new Harleys have this, but I don't have to like pull the gas or anything. It just starts up.
It just has it, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, you want to put your hazards on, make sure they're working. That's one quick way to find out if both of your turn signals are working.
Yeah, that thing sounds really good.
Yeah, it does. I do have aftermarket pipes.
I think you do that to every bike you've had, haven't you?
Yes, I
You have a thing with the pipes.
like the noise. I call them neighbor haters.
All right.
That's true.
Everything seems to
I
be
think there
checking
actually
out
is
okay.
a manufacturer that
Now go
actually
on
has
your
that
road
name.
trip
Is that
and
name?
have fun.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Yeah, it's
Boy,
pretty
this
cool.
is
So yeah, that's going to be the video that we're going to have separately next week
All right.
on Iron Pony Life.
On Iron Pony Life, yep.
Yeah. So like and subscribe, and then I got another video that we're going to play next week about lawn care.
We've already done some research on that. That's really interesting. I think people will be shocked as to what's legal and not legal about that.
Exactly. Yeah. So we'll get into that in the weeds then.
I was surprised about some of the stuff that I read with it already. So yeah, that'll
Yeah,
be
it's-
interesting. That'll be a good conversation.
It's a bad deal.
It's
Yeah.
a really bad deal.
All right, so let's see what else we got here. We want to talk about. So I have experiences of a long ride.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I went to Adam Sandoval ride.
Yeah.
he had a Wounded
Which was down at
Warriors.
Bowling Green, I think, is where you met up.
Well, it
with him?
started in Bowling Greens. I mean, that's where I started.
Right.
But he went all over America. I mean, like to 500 Harley Davidson dealerships.
Right.
Like 3 or 4
Yeah, he
months.
toured the entire country, I think.
Yeah, exactly. And he raised, I think, over $500,000 for the Wounded Warriors.
Mm-hmm. Which is really awesome.
Yeah, and he's a nice guy. I met him.
I got to meet you. You called me up here to come up and meet him. I got to meet him. That was great.
Yeah, because he was at Harley Davidson
Right.
up here.
He was a super nice guy.
What's that one called? Up here?
High stakes.
High Stakes. Yeah, he went there and they had pizza.
Mm-hmm.
And you shook his hand. He's pretty
Yeah,
tall.
he's a big man. Yeah, he's
He is.
twice my size.
Yeah, and then he had a whole crew. I mean, they were nothing but professional.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hearing rumors. Supposedly he's supposed to do it again this year.
Really?
And
Wow.
I'm trying to schedule one of my vacations to meet up with him
Yeah.
again.
And then he gave that bike away that he toured the country with too, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
And that was a beautiful bike. That was the anniversary edition or whatever.
Yeah.
The 120th anniversary edition. Yeah, that was nice.
It's a beautiful bike.
Oh, beautiful bike.
So we started in Lexington, and then we rode to London, Kentucky.
Correct.
Okay, and then I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's where we went to Louisville, and then we went to Louisville, and then we stayed a night at one of the hotels there in Louisville.
Okay.
And I took all my stuff, all the baggage and everything up to my hotel room.
Right.
And I was constantly looking out to my window because I parked out
Oh,
there.
you're just checking your bike, making sure everything.
Yeah, but I think they actually had a security crew that
kept an eye on
actually
that
stayed
stuff?
there.
Oh, yeah.
in a truck all night because I was thinking, man, these guys are staking our bikes out and waiting for us all to go to sleep.
Yeah, that's true.
But they actually stayed there to watch the bikes, so that was pretty cool.
But your entire group stayed at the same place?
yes.
Okay.
And at that time, we had probably 40 riders plus.
That's quite a bit, yeah. That's a lot of bikes sitting there.
Yep. And then we went across Louisville, and I got a what is that called when you go a toll?
Oh, a toll feed across the bridge or whatever?
Yeah, $4.95. Thank you, Adam.
Huh. I don't. Oh, he paid for that?
No,
Oh.
no, that is the route. I mean, there's a
Yeah.
bunch of bridges that go across.
Yeah, see, I never knew.
But we
that there
took
was a
one
toll
that
fee
was a
there.
toll bridge.
Yeah, I never knew that. Were you? Were you caught off guard and didn't have change on you or anything?
Well, we went. I think it was in June somewhere.
Okay.
I think that's when I went.
Yeah.
I didn't get the actual citation or the toll.
Oh, they sent it to you in the mail. So
Yeah.
the camera deal.
Yeah,
Okay.
in December.
Yeah, I had that happen in Florida, and
Yeah.
then,
Somehow they found our license plate. I'm gonna get one of them things that's blurs the
Yeah.
license plates.
So when we went on a trip in Florida, and I had the same thing where we had the tolls, but I actually stopped and paid cash for every single one of them, and they still tried to bill me again.
Wow.
And I was like, whoa, wait a minute, I paid for that.
Well, we I didn't pay it the first time. It was like,
Right,
So it was
right.
$20. They
Yeah.
sent me another letter, $20, and then it was like $30.
Oh, they kept raising it because
Yeah.
you're.
So I didn't pay it. So it's up to $30 now. So I finally, my wife actually contacted them and said, hey, listen, we didn't realize what this was. RiverLink is what it's called. And, can you waive the late charges and we'll pay $9.99, the first late
Right,
charge.
right.
They agreed.
Oh, so they allowed you to do that?
No. They agreed. So 2 days ago, I get another freaking.
Oh my goodness!
Guess how much it is
sounds
this
like
time?
Probably like double.
This is a racket.
Yeah.
It's $50.
Yeah. So that's what I think. The state of Florida owes me $50 because I paid twice. I paid the cash when I went to each one of them, and then they turned around and said I had to pay again. And it's like, wait a minute, why? Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think you got cheated and I got cheated. So
So I called the day that I got the actual citation. Or I don't know what it's called. but
yeah,
anyway.
whatever it is. Yeah.
And I was on hold for 53 minutes.
Oh my goodness. So now they owe you money for losing your time.
Exactly. Nobody answered. I gave
Oh,
up.
man.
It was dinner time. I said, hey, man, it's time for to eat.
Maybe they were using your money that you were paying them to go out to a nice dinner or lunch or something.
So I worked.
Yeah.
And then I had that, what is it, yesterday, Wednesday? So Monday, or Tuesday. So Tuesday, I called him again. Hi, RiverLink.
Wow.
How long do you think I stayed on hold?
Another hour?
9 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my gosh.
No, 2 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Finally, somebody answers the phone, and I can hear in the background, there's like 30 people working there.
Oh my goodness.
What kind of racket is
maybe
this?
there's that many people that are getting.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, maybe they're getting taken on this deal.
Yeah,
you know.
this place, I mean, they got to be rich.
Yeah.
So finally, I got to talk to her, and I said, listen, can you waive the charges on you? We paid this. It shows you made a payment. A payment? No, I didn't make a payment. We agreed that you waive these charges. So hold on a second. Let me talk to my manager.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no. She comes back like 5 minutes. My managers agreed that we can waive the charges and all that kind of stuff. I said, cool. That's
I would have
great.
said, well, that's what I was told the first time.
Yeah. So I said, she's well, you have a good day. And I said, hold on one second. Can you do me a favor? She goes, yeah. I said, can you email it to me?
Right,
It's
a
just
confirmation.
a confirmation.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's a good idea.
All right. I'm still waiting. So now I have to call them
Again.
another 2 hours
Oh my gosh.
and try to get my, or actually,
And this is all from last summer.
all from last summer
Wow.
on a charity ride.
Wow.
It's crazy. So, one of the things I do not talk about in this video is make sure you don't go over any toll roads
No.
or toll bridges
can avoid
or something
it.
like that, because you might owe $1,000 one day.
Yeah.
and they
not
might
even,
come and
not even
collect.
know it. Yeah.
And you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. I mean, that's a hassle that you don't want to do. I had no idea. I was just in a group of 80 motorcycle riders.
Right.
Just think every single one of them, unless
That's what I was sitting here calculating. It's $50 per guy. That's
Yeah.
you know, it adds up.
So Adam, did you get one? I'm just wondering. His luggage might have been covering it.
I'm sure.
Because he had a ton of luggage
Yeah,
on the
I'm
back of his motorcycle.
I'm sure everybody had to pay the same. No, there's no freebies across those toll roads.
But I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. I know, like I said, I experienced a very similar problem with the Florida thing. And, you know, the deal was because we did a rent-a-car, and they said, you know, you're going to have tolls, and you can either elect to pay cash or you can pay it at the end. Well, I even told the guy there when I got the rent-a-car, well, I'm just going to pay cash because we were ready for it. And sure enough, we paid it every single one. And then I get back to turn the rental car in, and they said, nope, you owe us this, you know, for the toll fees. I'm like, no, I paid cash for the toll fees. It doesn't show us that. Well, Florida, check your cameras because I paid.
Well, it's just a racket.
It
man.
is.
I need to get in
Big
that
time.
business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we're big enough to own roads.
Well, I mean, you know what I mean.
Maybe someday.
All right. So, what's coming up in Indian?
So Indian's got an announcement on April 2nd coming up about a new Scout that they're going to premiere. And it's pretty interesting.
And you got a video of that?
I do have a video of that.
All right, let me turn this thing on. Let's play this bad boy. And hopefully, there's some sound.
Right. We really don't know what the...
Oh, it looks like it. Yep. We're getting some sound in there.
I like how they go to the old school bikes to start it off and kick it off with that old school bike. Little kickstart bike. You remember those days?
Icon.
Yeah, look at that thing. Now, you know there's a manufacturer out there that makes bikes that still look like that. They're called Janus, and they're actually out of Indiana. I don't know if
Maybe
you've ever
we
seen
should
them.
take a trip.
Yeah, we should take a trip to there. And then that may be something we talk about next time we do a podcast.
Oh, it just, I guess.
It restarted. There we go.
Yep.
So,
Gotta love YouTube ads.
all right.
So hopefully it's supposedly supposed to be a brand new bike.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see what it looks like.
Yeah, so we'll see. It's kind of strange because they released the 24s, and it's kind of like almost what Harley did.
Right, with the way they announced it and the way that they're doing
Yeah.
it, premiere or whatever.
Because when they had the CBOs last year of the new design,
Right,
and it was right at the beginning of the year.
right,
And the 2023s were still the old design.
right.
And then this year, guess what?
They totally redid it.
Totally redid all of them.
The whole front end's different. Everything's
Yeah.
different.
I mean, it's the same as the CBOs last year.
Right.
So I'm wondering if this is going to be almost exactly the same thing. They're going to have a brand new, supposedly it's a Scout Bobber or something.
Right,
Similar. They had Icon Edition. Okay. And
I hope it's not just a paint scheme.
No, I don't think it is.
I hope it's like some updates on it.
yeah, supposedly everything that people want.
And
are
then
getting.
maybe they'll use that ride command on there as well.
That's
That's
what
kind of
I'm-
what I'm hoping for. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is. And you know, the Scout lineup is actually it was really hot when it first came out, and it's actually kind of like
Hit a plateau or whatever.
plateau. So hopefully this is generate some new sales.
I mean, I don't know about the Scout, but then they released that Sport Chief, and that thing's beautiful.
Oh yeah, it's
that Sport
it's a
Chief
good
is
bike.
gorgeous. Yeah.
I had a Indian Chief. I didn't have the Dark Horse. I just got the regular one.
Right.
It didn't have the ride command, and that's one of the reasons why I traded my
Right, to get the entertainment system or whatever.
Because I'm a more of a electronic kind of
Right.
person, and I like that.
And I'm the
nav.
same way. That's why I got the Nightster. Yeah.
But yeah, so Indian's coming out with a brand new bike.
I'll be honest with you. If I were to get an Indian bike, that Sport Chief would probably be the one I would pick.
Let's go over there right now. You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty positive. I talk about a lot of bikes, man. I look at bikes day in and day out.
Yep. So anyway, I guess I can talk about some of our rides that we're going to coming up pretty soon. You want to talk about the weather?
Sure.
Do we have some good riding? I got to turn this thing off. I got to put the notifications off. There we go. Sorry about that.
So looking at the 10-day forecast here, it looks like, there's obviously we're in April, so there's going to be chances of rain a few days. But as we get into tomorrow's almost 70 degrees and sunny, so tomorrow would be a good ride day. And then after that, it looks like we're going to hit a couple days of like 4-day stretch of rain. And then our next day for riding weather would probably be the following Friday. It's going to be mid-60s and sunny. And then from there, it looks like we're going to start closing in on 70-degree days. However, lots of rain.
Lots of rain, yeah.
Lots of rain.
40%, 50%.
Yeah, lots of rain.
Yep.
So, but at least there's a couple days in there. It looks like the next 2 Fridays would be good riding days. April 6th on Saturday looks like an excellent riding day, 68 and sunny. So there you go. You want to do a ride on the weekend, there you go.
Yeah, I got to work.
I have to work. No, actually, I'm on vacation.
You're on vacation?
I'm on vacation starting that day.
Wow.
So, yeah, I'll be out riding then.
I might have to, hook up with you somewhere.
Request that day off.
Yeah. Well, I have 2 days off. Hopefully, they're going to be the best sunny days.
Oh, okay.
All right. So over here, I've almost forgot to put you over there. But
okay.
anyway, we'll get that next time. So we have a few events coming up. April 13th, we have a ride, the second ride Saturday from Northern Kentucky Indian. And then basically what I understand about these rides, they go for about 2 hours, and they just hit all the roads around here.
So they just like loop the city? Like
This loop, they go to different places, but they just only go about an hour each way.
Okay.
I don't know if they will go to what is it?
Rabbit Hash?
Rabbit Hash.
So that's about what it was on our ride. It was about an hour down and an hour back, wasn't it? Something like that, 45 minutes.
And we're going to do that ride.
Yeah.
We're going to do it on the new GoPro 12.
Correct,
Yep.
right.
So, and then Northern Kentucky IMRG meet and greet. That's going to be April 17th. That's my wife's birthday, and Josh said he's going to pay for the cake.
I will be there.
It better be a big cake, Josh, because we're going to have lots of people there.
Right.
I understand. So everybody's invited.
Okay.
That's from the group, and you're
Right.
not part of it, so you need to be part of it.
Okay.
Don't be showing up because, hey, Chris and Tracy from Iron Pony Life said, hey, we need to show up here. No, don't show up.
So where do I need to register that at?
You just got to go to the Facebook group,
Okay.
and hopefully you have an Indian motorcycle sooner or later, and then you and you join the group. Yeah.
So wait, are you telling me that my Harley's not welcome?
No, your Harley's welcome, but it's a
Okay.
stepchild.
Oh, okay.
So you're going to be at the end of the table,
Okay.
and then we're going to point to you every time we talk about anything other than Indian motorcycles.
Now, we're going to have a lot of Harley watchers out there that are going to hate us for...
I like Harley. I just don't have a Harley. You
Right.
have a Harley.
I do have a Harley.
And then that's the reason why we're the yin and the yang.
That's true. That's
Right.
true.
So I probably ain't going to switch because, we can't just talk about Harley all the time.
Oh, I don't know. Why not?
Why not?
No, you know me, man. I love talking about all bikes. I love all bikes.
Yeah.
It was just like a minute ago, I'm talking about the Sport Chief. I don't own one, but if I were to own a Indian, that'd probably be the bike I'd own.
Gotcha. And then we have April 27th, which is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And does the forecast go that far?
Let me see. I don't think so. It only goes out 10 days.
I'm hoping it's going to be a great day.
It only goes to the 11th, so no.
But we're going to Little Nashville, and you said you're going to try to show up if you remember.
I will try to do that.
So you need to get some.
Now, is that a Saturday?
It is a Saturday.
That
You better request
might
that.
be a struggle.
Just request it.
That would be 3 Saturdays in a row. Because
Too
I'm
bad.
on vacation the week before.
Well, maybe you're not going.
yeah, I might not be able to make that. I don't know.
It's probably better you didn't.
I hear you.
No, I'm kidding. And then May 11th, we have our Northern Kentucky Indian again has a second Saturday ride. And everybody's welcome to that. Go in there into Indian and go look at the new Indians. And you got the Royal Enfields, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that bike is getting popular. That company is getting
Right.
popular. So how many has they sold last week?
Well, it looks to me like they've sold about 4 or 5 models just within the last 6 days. So definitely picking up some traction. They sold 2 Super Meteors,
Wow.
650s, and then
If you want a good starter bike, these bikes are it.
Yeah, these are great bikes.
And they're cheap.
Mm-hmm.
And they got 3-year warranty.
They do, and their reliability rating is really high too. So they're known to be pretty reliable.
So what they've sold so far?
Like I said, I know they sold 2 Super Meteor 650s. They sold a Scram 411. It looks like they sold a Meteor 350, and that may be it. So maybe 4 bikes just within the last week, which I think is pretty impressive.
So they're kind of a medium to smaller size bike.
Correct.
And if you haven't rode a motorcycle and you need something to start on, these are very good bikes to start on.
And I have the Hunter 350 just to bop around town on, and it's great. That was on our video.
Yeah, that was what you was riding. I can't talk.
Correct.
But anyway, it's a very it's a 3-year warranty. We're not sponsored by Northern Kentucky Indian, but that's
Right.
who's got them.
And if you are a fan of cruisers, just to give you a comparison, so like I had the Iron 883, and it had 47 horsepower. This Super Meteor 650 has 47 horsepower, and it's like half the price of my Harley Davidson was.
Yeah.
So, I mean, to get you started, to get a brand new bike and have decent power to start off with, but not over, not too much power, I think the Super Meteor 650, and they also have a Shotgun 650, which is coming out anytime. I keep checking each week, but it should be out anytime soon. And those are great bikes to buy for that price.
And I think you're planning on to do a review on that bike, right?
I would like to, yeah. We're going to go down and talk to Indy and see if they'd let us come down and do a walk around and do a review on it, yeah.
And then you're going to do a review on your bike. Because
Correct.
there's not very many on YouTube that's actually doing this in America.
So yeah, I mean, and we were talking about this earlier before we started the podcast. When you look up the Hunter 350, most of the review videos come from India, and also from like Europe. They come from overseas. So there's not a lot of American reviews on these bikes. But again, I feel like they are gaining traction here in the U.S. and they're starting to sell some bikes.
I mean, 5.
It's right here, right?
Yeah.
5 in a week or whatever.
Yep.
So
It's a very good bike. Very good bike. I've heard it. It purrs like a kitten.
I love the way it sounds. I talked about that in
It's
my
a
video.
kitten.
It doesn't sound like yours. What's your bike got in it? An 1800 cc?
Look it up. I can't remember. I just ride the bike.
Well,
I'm not like taking the engine apart and trying to make it something different.
is it? What is yours called again?
Dark Horse Indian.
The Dark Horse
Challenger.
Indian Challenger.
Yep.
So let's just find a Challenger here if we even have one.
And then let's see what else we got. We got another meeting on May 15th. That will be at Buffalo Bob's. By the way, the meeting's at Buffalo Bob's.
Right.
Yep. It's a good place. I mean, the food's not. I mean, it's bar food. It's good. Good. I mean, every time we go there, that place is packed, and it's on a Wednesday.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like a pretty nice place.
Well, they're doing good then.
So, what'd you think about my vest?
I like it.
You gonna get one?
Probably not,
Why not?
because I'm more of a modern style guy. I'm not a. That's more of a classic look.
Well, yeah. So
I like modern.
I can't wait till everybody sees your videos. It's like a ski jumpsuit or something, right?
Yeah.
Do you wear?
I have a Core-Tech, and then I have Alpine Stars and that kind of stuff.
But it's more of a crotch rocket kind of setup.
Not really. Not
sure?
really. Yeah. It's called like a cafe cruiser setup kind of thing.
Do you think? And we haven't really talked too much about safety,
But this does go with your bike and your style,
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. But do you think that collars make a difference?
What do you mean, like as far as
Because
what you're wearing?
I know,
or-
yeah. When you're coming down the road, do you think people see a bright yellow, a bright orange?
Oh, I absolutely think it helps.
You think so?
Yes, absolutely.
I don't think so.
I mean, I think it does, especially at night, like that little neon stripe. It
that
does pick up, yeah.
Because that's almost like a light.
And that's what it's designed for, is mostly at night. That's
Yeah.
why they put that in there.
But what I'm talking about, like if you wear a bright canary yellow jumpsuit on a motorcycle, you're only going to because the bikes that you're riding, it's kind of like you're kind of leaning down forward a little bit. I don't think it has the impact that it should.
I don't know.
So
I mean,
do you
it's
think
hard for
all
me to
black would be better?
I don't know. I can't answer that. I mean, to me, if you got some sort of color on, I think you're going to see that a lot better than you're going to see black. Especially, again, most of the issues that happen, I think I read something like 73% of accidents happen at night on motorcycles.
Wow.
73%. So how many of those could be avoided if you were seen?
Possibly,
Don't know.
but then again, that's a reflector. Stuff.
Right.
I'm talking about the collars during the day because nobody
Right.
can see that yellow.
Well, and it's also like the break
At
free
night.
that I have on the helmet too. So like,
Oh yeah, so let's see that.
So like, we talk about safety, and this is something that started out on Shark Tank.
You got it turned on.
I'm getting ready to. They started this out on Shark Tank. Oh, wait. There you go. It's on. You got to flip it.
No, we're good. I
Oh,
mean-
is it still? Okay.
Oh, you're exactly right.
Okay.
Screwed that up.
I knew. That's okay. So you can see it blinking there. That's just when it's in motion. And then when you start and you stop, it immediately comes on and it really lights up. So at night, I feel a lot safer knowing that that's there and people can see me. So again, it's a company that started out on Shark Tank, and they really liked it on the show. and then they established. I guess they gave them a loan to start their business.
Not a sponsor.
No, we're not a sponsor. But anyway, I paid $169 for that, and I think I got every penny's worth out of that.
Yeah, it is bright. I mean, I saw it on the camera. It's pretty bright.
It's really bright. So.
And it's a good thing I'm recording 4 cameras at one time, so I can actually put it.
Right. You can put it together.
Yeah, put it together right.
But this is definitely a safety feature. I think if you're riding at nighttime for $170, it's your life's worth more than $170. And if this will save you from getting rear-ended, at a stoplight or a stop sign or whatever, then I say it's well worth it.
Well, I get about 3,000 emails a day from all the websites that I,
Are part of.
and like that one right there, and they always send coupons.
Oh yeah,
out.
yeah,
Where they're on sale.
right.
Especially that if anybody's signed up for a solo stove. Oh my gosh.
You're like, what?
Text messages. But why don't they just lower the price to that price?
Right.
I mean, because it's always on sale.
You mean just put a sale on it?
It's always on sale.
Coupon? Yeah, I don't know.
It's kind of like almost like it's tricking you.
right.
Yeah, so I don't. Some of them websites
They do
disagree
send me
with.
like 10% off coupons all the time, but I already have one.
Yeah.
The only thing and you can buy the little mounts that go on the back of the helmet. You can buy those. I think the 2-pack is like $12.99, and I actually have one still left that I haven't used because I've only got it on 2 helmets so far. But again, now since I have the light itself, all I need to do is buy those mounts, and I can put it on all 12 of my helmets, and I do have about 12 helmets.
Jeez, wow.
All right.
Well, one less.
Well, minus my wife's helmet that's no longer usable. Correct.
So, all right. So, I think that's about it.
I think that's good. Yeah.
So, we appreciate everybody watching.
Yep.
Like, subscribe, and share these podcasts. And if we go to some places, show up, put some comments.
Right.
What we were just talking about. Do some. If you have some experience on some of these lights or on the back of his helmet or that kind of stuff.
Or anything that we talked about today. I mean, definitely comment on it so that we can get better too.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's do this.
All right.
Let's see if I can get this thing going. Are you sure?
I'm
want
sure.
to end it?
Let's everybody have a great week, and we'll talk to you next week.
Be safe.
Be safe.
Iron Pony Live. Iron Pony Live. Iron Pony Live. Iron Pony Live.
Oh my God.
Iron Pony Live. Iron Pony Live.
All right. So,
He loves this music. You know what? I want to play it again. I said this thing's going to go to 47 minutes. I'm going to play this music.
oh my God, how many more minutes we got to do to make it to that?
3, or actually 2. Good night. Have a good day. Have a good morning. Whenever you're listening to this, share, like, subscribe.